Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of Luther College. And tonight's non-conference wrestling duel between the 10th-ranked team of the country, the Wisconsin La Crosse Eagles, and the Luther College Norse. My name is Darren Swinson, alongside Dave Ondal, Andrew Whalen, and Megan Grimm are on the camera and the computer tonight. Two teams 70 miles apart, continuing a battle that has lasted for many, many years. Wisconsin La Crosse definitely probably a favorite coming into this duel tonight, but we've seen a lot of good things from the Norse in the first three duels of the season, Dave.
Yeah, they've seen a lot more aggressiveness than we've maybe seen least last year, and they look pretty good, particularly against Dubuque. Also against Coe. Not maybe quite so good against Stevens Point, but you got to pick it up and get after it, and they've been doing a lot of that.
And definitely the competition takes a step up tonight, but that's part of the process of the season, too.
That's right. As the season moves along, it just gets tougher and tougher and tougher until finally you get down to the regionals and then the nationals.
And it's been a different sort of training schedule for the Norse. Normally they haven't been this duel heavy this early in the season. This already their fourth duel of the season, and that's definitely changed the way they've had to approach the early part of the season as well.
Sure. Involves a lot of midweek matches as well as matches, tournaments at the end of the week. And so
Wisconsin La Crosse getting introduced as well as Luther right now. By the way, we're going to get emails back on the broadcast tonight. You can email us at trainlikeanorseman@gmail.com. Trainlikeanorseman@gmail.com. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns about the broadcast here tonight, we're glad you're with us for our hard to believe second to last webcast of the season. The only other home duel for the Norse will be on February the 8th, taking on Buena Vista. After this week, the Norse will head to Nashville, Tennessee next Thursday for the Gator Boots duels. Of course, finals coming up on campus next week, so the workload from a wrestling perspective going to be a little less than it was usually. Wisconsin La Crosse also approaching finals on the academic end of things as well. The coin toss is underway. Jason Wedgbury is your official. Ironically, we looked it up. Jason was the official last time. Wisconsin and La Crosse and Luther got together. Jason, out of the Cedar Falls area, does a really, really good job.
Cedar Falls High School principal. Former wrestler from Hampton, Iowa.
And we'll start where we should at 125 pounds tonight. Connor Murphy, a senior out of Tiffin, Iowa. Clear Creek Amana High School for the Norse at 4-5. Sawyer Sarbacker, a sophomore from Mineral Point, Wisconsin, a sophomore. These two wrestlers got together at the Luther Open this year. Murphy won a close match by a 3-2 margin, and we're underway here at 125 pounds. Again, you can email the broadcast at trainlikeanorseman@gmail.com. Any comments, questions, concerns, shout-outs you want to give, we will be happy to pass those along throughout the course of the evening.
Both wrestlers working for position here. Coming off a close match like that, both wrestlers think they can win it. Got to have a lot of confidence. And
Cotter, the senior, and Sarbacker, the sophomore, here at 125 pounds. A little bit of mood lighting here in the gymnasium tonight. Kind of adds to the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah. A bit like over at Cresco last night. Dim the gym down and put the spotlight on the mat.
No score with 1:53 left here in the first period.
Both of them sparring for position.
Neither man has been in on any great offense to this point.
2-on-1 tie there for Sarbacker. Gives it up. Low outside single. Didn't catch the leg. Good step out there by Murphy.
Sarbacker 2 years ago, a state runner-up in Wisconsin. Again, out of Mineral Point, Wisconsin.
Sarbacker, he come through that nicely. Got the takedown. No back.
Connor trying to turn
Good
and
recovery
he gets to his feet and gets the escape. It's 2-1. Only 7 seconds of riding time established that time by Sarbacker.
Good action there, and good recovery there by Murphy. This could have been worse.
Connor getting to a leg.
Head inside. Steps the leg. No points yet. No points yet. Sarbacker hanging on around the waist.
37 seconds left here in the first
Now Murphy
period.
gets his head out and comes around behind for two.
A 3-2 lead by Murphy now. That was the same advantage that he won against Sarbacker back at the Luther Open about a month ago.
Pretty confident there'll be more points scored tonight. Yeah, they're just getting started.
15 seconds left here in the period. Connor with control of that wrist, working off to the side.
And that's important for Luther to get behind, come behind like that, and then get right out there and get back after it. Get that lead going in the second period.
3-2 lead for Murphy as we go to period number 2. It'll be Wisconsin Lacrosse's choice. Sarbacker will defer, and Murphy will go down. Connor up by a 3-2 margin. Again, you can email the broadcast at trainlikeanorseman@gmail.com. Trainlikeanorseman@gmail.com. Connor quickly to his feet.
Good job of coming up, splitting the hands and facing Sarbacker.
And a 4-2 lead for Connor Murphy. 1:45 left here in period number 2. Just underway here in the duel between Luther and Wisconsin Lacrosse on a Friday night here in Decorah. Murphy looking to even up the record at 5-5 this year, trying to send Sarbacker to a 5-5 record as well.
Murphy, really good job of keeping his head up. Nice shot here, hit inside single, coming around, come around behind, and got to get a little more than that. Now he comes up and covers hips. Two more.
So
6-2.
After Sarbacker got the initial takedown, 6 unanswered points from Murphy. And Murphy with 45 seconds left here in the period leads 6-2. And
37 seconds of riding time too.
UWL coming in a 3-1 record in duels this year. Their only loss has been to Loris. That was at last Saturday at the lacrosse duels that they hosted. They defeated Coe.
23 seconds left. Be nice to keep him hang on to the end of the period here. Picks the leg up.
Murphy now with over a minute of riding time as well. 10 seconds left here in the period. A 6-2 lead for Murphy. And Murphy tough on top once again.
And he's got Sarbacker broke down pretty flat there and stretched out.
Sarbacker will go down to start the third period. Sarbacker got the initial takedown. Murphy with 2 takedowns and 2 escapes since that time. Murphy with the caution to start period number 3.
Wants that head in the middle of the back.
Connor.
And Jason Wedgbury's official is probably one of the best we'll see.
Yep. Murphy working off to the side. He has a minute 30 of riding time.
Tight waist. Sarbacker working hand control right there on the mat, and he gets to his feet and escapes.
So it's 6-3 now with minute 39 left in period number 3, but Murphy does have a minute 37 of riding time established. Connor trying to even up his record at 5-5. We're just underway here at 1:25 in this duel between Luther and Wisconsin Lacrosse tonight. Glad you're with us, and again, you can email the broadcast at trainlikeanorseman@gmail.com.
Oh, a headlock try there by Sarbacker, but he slips ahead, and 2 more points for Connor Murphy.
And Connor getting
it's an arm up on the back now.
On top once again.
Now he's down.
He's
Tight waist tilt there, and he's got the 4.
And that moves it into major decision territory.
Big points.
Murphy now up 12-3. This is a kid he only beat 3-2 a month ago at the Luther Open.
On the Stalin call against, he's just laying down there. He's broken.
Murphy with 2:19 of riding time as well.
Yeah. We got a crowd here going to help the officials as much as they can, of course.
The Rowdy Sea of Blue, always enthusiastic.
That's okay. And another Stalin call.
And the penalty point that time for Murphy makes it 13-3. And with the riding time advantage, it'll be a 14-3 win for Connor Murphy. Probably his most impressive victory that we've seen to this point, Dave.
By far. And you know, he earned it. He went out, started right on the whistle, went out after it, and he just kept on after it. And as he piled up points, he just kept pouring it on, and that's what you really want to see.
And we move to 133 for Wisconsin lacrosse, a sophomore out of Lake in the Hills, Illinois, Josh Stenger. And a freshman for Luther out of Wellington, Florida, Tyler DiFiore. DiFiore at 7-5, Stenger at 5-3. DiFiore competed as part of the Florida Cadet Greco National Duels team. Stenger, a kid last year as a freshman that was 4th at the regionals, so you know he's hungry to get that extra spot this year.
And Stenger was in pretty deep, and now he comes down to crab right position, but DiFiore keeps on going.
Stenger does get the initial takeout. Down, it's 2-0. Of course, being 4th place at the regionals, that means he lost to the 3rd place match that would have sent him potentially to nationals. .25 seconds of riding time established by Stenger, and they go out of bounds. 2:07 left here in the first period, a 2-0 lead for Stenger.
And one of DiFiore's losses was a defensive pin. He was well ahead and in control with the co-wrestler in his lap, but co-wrestler arched back into him and.
Cornell. So.
Yeah, Cornell. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But those things happen in the sport of wrestling.
That's right.
And, just listening to Tyler talk a little bit after that duel, probably isn't going to happen again because it happens. If it happens to you once, it usually isn't going to happen again.
No.
So 2-0 the lead. 40 seconds of riding time established by Stenger, and they go out of bounds with 1:50 left here in period number 1. A sophomore against a freshman here at 1:33. But so far, Tyler has proven he belongs in this lineup. The Norse with a young lineup with 3 freshmen and 3 sophomores in the lineup tonight. Tyler trying to get to his feet, gets the hands-free turns and braces, and gets the escape. A 2-1 lead for Stenger, 49 seconds for riding time, so no point yet as of this time with 1:35 left here in period number 1. And you can email the broadcast, trainlikeanorseman@gmail.com, trainlikeanorseman@gmail.com. 1:18 left here in the period. Darren Swenson, Dave Amdahl with you, Andrew Whalen and Megan Brown.
Nice shot there.
And computer.
Going to come up DiFiore, Stenger controlling the wrist, but
DiFiore keeps climbing.
He needs to keep moving. Yeah, I don't like to see him stand there. Like the longer you let him stand there, the better chance Stenger has for getting out. So, got to keep that defensive man on the going. And now they go out of bounds, and they're not going to get anything. It's going to be back to the center neutral. And that's really too bad because he had him so good there on the edge of the match. You just hate to see your wrestler as a coach. You just hate to see your wrestler lose that.
DiFiore was doing his best to keep a toe in bounds, but Stenger was off onto the basketball court before any points could be established there.
Just didn't have anything quite tight enough and didn't keep him moving enough.
35 seconds left here in the period. A 2-1 lead for Stenger. Stenger with 49 seconds of riding time as well. Norris got a major decision at 125. A 14-3 win for Connor Murphy over Sawyer Sarbacker. Katie only defeated 3-2 a month ago at the Luther Open. Stenger wrestled the next wrestler for the Norris, Kyle Clough, at the Augie Open. Stenger beat him 3-2.
Alarm drag try there by DiFiore.
And the period comes to a close, a 2-1 lead for Stenger.
DiFiore defers. Stenger is going down.
Kyle Clough was wrestling 133 at the Augie Open, and now he's up to 141 for the Norse. He'll be the next wrestler in line against Hayden Schlew for Wisconsin Lacrosse. 2-1 the advantage as DiFiore starts in the top position at Stenger's choice. Stenger out immediately after 7 seconds, and a 3-1 lead for Stenger. And Stenger, a kid as a freshman last year, 4th at the regional meet.
High crotch, cut across, step over that leg, and he's got the 2.
That'll even things up at 3 now. Tyler DiFiore getting his first takedown of the bout.
And got the leg forward real high there in the hip. A lot of hip pressure in. Oh, he's got to work, turn the shoulders. This is one of the things where sometimes high school wrestlers have a lot of trouble. They're pretty good with hip pressure, but then they start working the head, the hip pressure goes away. You got to do both at the same time.
And when you mention high school wrestlers, a kid that's just getting used to college wrestling is probably in the similar boat with that.
To some extent, yeah, to some extent.
Probably after a couple of months in a college room, you learn it pretty quickly.
Yeah, you need to. But that's really the difference between a really, really great wrestler on a great legger at the college level versus maybe somebody just barely average is can you do 2 things at the same time? Turn those hips and turn those shoulders.
Stenger able to get to his feet, hasn't established any hand control yet. Circling around is DiFiore.
Oh,
DiFiore with a nice mat return.
Return there, a little out of control, put him right down on his shoulders. Scramble here. See who comes up out, and then Stenger comes up on top. It's DiFiore to his back.
Tyler in trouble here with 33 seconds left here in the period. Wedgebury down, taking a good look and a fall here at 133. A 4-minute and 34-second fall for Josh Stenger at 133 for a 6-4 lead now for UWL. So we move on to 141. Kyle Clough for Luther.
One of those situations, caught in a scramble.
Kyle Clough, the team's rookie of the year. A year ago, he's 3-5 right now. Caden Schlew, a junior out of Menominee, Wisconsin. He was a national qualifier a year ago. He started 5-3, the junior. And here we go at 141 pounds. 6-4 the lead for Wisconsin Lacrosse. Connor Murphy for Luther, a major decision at 125. And a fall for Stenger at 133.
Schlew was kind of a half shot at a high crotch. A little try for an ankle pick there by Clough. And guys are both getting after it here. Oh, nice off that underhook. Slough right to his back. I don't think he can get points out of it. No back points.
Clough does get the takedown though, and it's 2-0 lead for Kyle.
And that was a good one. That aggressiveness here by Kyle Clough. Head lever. A roll there by Schlew. He's got Clough's leg here. He's pulling the knee to the outside. Wedgbury down there to look at it, potentially dangerous.
And with 1:41 left in the first period, a 6-4 lead in the duel and a 2-0 lead for Kyle Clough, getting a takedown and establishing 40 seconds of riding time here in the early going. And you can email the broadcast should you choose at trainlikeanhorseman@gmail.com, trainlikeanhorseman@gmail.com, and SLU gets the escape and a penalty point.
Yep, hand in the face. Hand in the face. I was watching the Michigan State Indiana duel on the Big Ten channel before I came in, and call them that there too. It's a point of emphasis in college wrestling this year. You don't dare touch that opponent between his eyebrows and his chin.
A 3-1 advantage for Clough after the penalty point. Second penalty point awarded in the duel for Luther. The other was for multiple stalls against Starbuck.
The good leg shot here. It's single, changed to a double. I got his hips, Clough got his hips back.
55 seconds left here in period number 1. A 3-1 lead for Kyle Clough. They're at 133 pounds. Or at 141, the sophomore out of Deerfield, Illinois. The two-time Illinois State qualifier.
Slow working the chin here and that holding that head underneath. Nice ankle pick there by Clough. He's got to continue to work on it here. Clough would like to go around behind, yeah.
20 seconds left here in the period. Trying to circle around is SLU.
SLU gets the leg. Now Clough changes direction. And SLU was trying to come around. He was coming into Clough, and it was pretty easy for Clough to change direction and take advantage of that.
He broke the grip that SLU had on the ankle and got the late first period takedown and a 5-1 lead for Kyle Clough. Against SLU, a national qualifier from a year ago.
And he defers, and Clough goes down.
UWL leading the duel right now by a 6-4 margin. Stenger with a fall over DiFiore at 133 pounds. Connor Murphy with a major decision for Luther over Sarbacker of UWL.
Oh, nice. Some nice movement there by Kyle Clough.
A nice mat return by SLU as well.
SLU a good job of staying in position behind him. But you like to see that motion.
1:38 left here in the period.
I mean, this is a fans match when you get action like that.
On the edge of the mat right now. Jason Wedgbury down there taking a peek. Got 3 points inbounds yet, so they got plenty of room for the time being.
SLU trying to control an arm here on the far side, and they're going to call it a stalemate there on the edge and send it back to middle.
1:08 left, period number 2. Clough leading by a 5-1 advantage. Clough shows down to start this period. And SLU has now virtually erased the riding time. One more second, and he will do so.
Takes Clough down to his belly, his body extended. And we have to be careful because that'll attract the referee's attention fairly quickly if he just lays down there. So you got to work to get out.
50 seconds left here in the second period. A 5-1 lead for Kyle Clough. And there's the stall warning on Kyle.
Yeah. He's going to be tough on the bottom wrestler if he stays down.
As he should.
That's right. And as the Luther, if I was Luther coach, it wouldn't bother me a bit because if Kyle Clough is going to get out of there and get out of trouble, he's going to have to move. You got to get your hips under you. You got to get your shoulders up over the hips. You got to control the hands, all those things to get out. That was way too easy for Schlau to get that arm up on the back.
15 seconds left in the period, and
we're getting another one, and that's a penalty point.
And SLU cuts it to a 5-2 deficit, and now has hit a minute of riding time as well.
And the next stalling con will be the 2-pointer. Coming around, looking for a cradle.
And the period comes to a close, and it's a 5-2 lead for.
And I don't know if I'd put Clough on the bottom this time, even though the score is 5-2.
Well, it is.
No, it's Schlu's choice. It's Schlu's choice, and he's going down. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure I'd have put Schlu down. He was doing pretty good on top. He already drew 2 stalling calls against Clough, so. But he's going to get up and get his point.
And he still has over a minute of riding time, so the escape makes it 5-3. Schlu.
And a takedown.
With a takedown to tie it up at 5-5, and he has the riding time advantage right now.
And getting more.
He's up to a minute 10 with a minute 35 left in the period, and Clough able to get out to make it 6-5. But Clough's still trailing the riding time.
Got his arms out.
No points awarded yet,
No points awarded yet.
Clough trying to turn and face her on the edge of the mat with 1:20 left here in the third period. A 6-5 lead for Clough, but Schlu does have a minute 12 of riding time.
So basically it's tied up.
Clough led 5-1 at the end of the first period, but a penalty point in period number 2. And an escape and a takedown has virtually tied up the match by Schlu here in the third. Down to a minute left here in the third. Good match.
And of course, Clough has had 2 stalling calls.
If he gets hit dinged again, he'll get a 2-pointer. That could virtually lose the match for him.
Now, in this situation right now with a tie match, and you're on your feet, you better not get a stalling call. Oh, nice change of direction there by Schlu. A 2-point takedown.
And Schlu now leads it by a 7-6 margin, and he'll continue to add up the riding time with 30 seconds left here in the period.
Well, this is a situation where in the last half of the match here, Schlu has just definitely picked up the pace. No, he's the one.
He is a young man that made nationals last year. You can see why.
You bet. Now we're down on the bottom, and at least we have our head up.
5 seconds left in the period, and come from behind fashion. Caden Schlu is going to win 8-6 over Kyle Clough to extend the UWL advantage to 9-4. And we move to 149. A couple of wrestlers off to a pretty good start this year. Cal Hansen, a sophomore out of Deerfield, Illinois. He has an 8-3 record. And Gilbert Valadez, a senior from Sherlock, California, with a 9-2 record. Of course, Deerfield, Illinois for Cal Hansen, that's the same high school as Kyle Clough.
Yeah.
So, teammates at the high school level, but competitors here at the college level.
Head inside single here to the outside. A little roll through there by Hansen. Gilbert did a pretty Valadez good job. Just take down time.
He put the hand up, but quickly put it down.
Yeah,
so
they're out of bounds.
It'll be a neutral restart with 2:27 left here in the period.
That would have been 2 if they'd have started down on the mat.
Yep.
But starting on your feet, you got to take them down.
2:20 left here in period number 1. No score here at 149. UWL leading the duel at 149, 9-4. We started at 125 tonight. Gilbert 9-2. Cal Hansen 8-3 thus far. Hansen a sophomore. Valadez a senior. 150 left here in the period.
And again, Valadez has to be careful there on the edge of the mat. Backing straight out will result generally in a stalling call here. Wedgwood will probably call it.
Now he's got his back to the center once
you
again.
Bet. So. You bet. And I'm sure he's well aware of that rule. And, stopped on our knees just a little bit. And Hansen got on the attack. Now Hansen moves up, covers both legs, gets his 2.
And it's a 2-0 lead. Gilbert trying to get to his feet, gets the hand control, gets the escape to make it 2-1. Only 6 seconds of riding time for Hansen after the takedown.
Well, that was a case where he made the shot stop for just an instant. And Hansen took advantage of it.
They wrestle here at 149 pounds. Cross leading the duel right now, 9-4. Connor Murphy, a major for Luther at 125. Stenger, a fall for Lacrosse at 131. And Hayden Schlew with a decision victory and come from behind fashion over Kyle Clough at 141 pounds. 2-1 the advantage for Hansen.
And again, Valadez reaching for those shots. Got to keep moving. Stopped here to.
15 seconds left here in the period. Three seconds, 2 seconds, and the period will come to a close. 2-1 lead for
Gilbert defers. Hansen goes down, 2-1 score. Only 6 seconds of riding time.
So Hansen will start in that down position. How it is.
Hansen comes to feet. Pick up through the crotch here. Hansen comes down back to the mat. Moves in for covers the hips for 2 points. Good action by Hansen. He came back down to the mat.
Of course, he was sitting on the hip there. That's why Mr. Ledgeberry was counting there.
Yep.
So 4-1 the advantage for Hansen after the reversal.
And again, college wrestling, there was so much stalling as they hung down on both legs and down below the hips. Why put that rule in 5 seconds and you'll get hit.
And the mechanic of allowing the official to count it too takes away the judgment aspect
That's right.
of the stalling.
That's
too,
right.
So.
They know it's coming. They got a choice.
Well, it is able to get to his feet.
Nice on the escape. Now he's now gives the 1.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't give the 1 and then a 2 because Hansen didn't have time to react.
And it's a nice job of being patient as the official as well.
Yes,
because sometimes you get a little too excited as the official and give the 1 and have to give the 2 right away.
Exactly.
He gave Valadez a chance to get the reverse. 4-2 the lead for Hansen. Riding time not a factor right now. Gilbert has the ankle locked, but he keeps moving. As the hip controlled by Hansen. He'll have to get that ankle free if he's going to move forward here. He now has control of Hansen's ankle as well. He keeps moving.
Now, as long as Hansen has that hooked, once we get over the leg, that'll be a different story. And there we go.
And that's a takedown for Gilbert Valadez to tie things up at
4-4.
With 6 seconds left in the period. You love getting those scores late in the periods too, Dave.
You bet.
4-4 as we go to the third. Gilbert's choice. He's going to go down. Valadez. At 9-2, Hansen at 8-3 and a caution on UWL. Gilbert trying to get to his feet. Gilbert does get to his feet, gets the hand control, gets the escape. He leads at 5-4. Again, riding time not a factor right now.
I can't imagine this will end at 5-4 the way these guys have been going at it. There's a lot of motion here, a lot of action.
Now it has 3 escapes and 1 takedown. Hansen with the takedown and a reversal.
Boy, almost an outside single there. Got to go a little bit deeper.
Left here in the period. Neither man has been warned for stalling yet. 1:08 left here, or 1 minute left now in the third period. Valadez
Again,
and on a shot.
to the outside, but again, not enough penetration. Got to come up and out of there. Can't sit in there.
45 seconds left here in the period. Valadez leading by a 5-4 margin. Valadez with his back to the center of the mat right now. Now that changes. 30 seconds left in the period. Hanson's the man who has to be aggressive, but Valadez staying in some pretty good position for the moment. Now he's on the edge of the mat. He'll have to be careful now. A stall warning on Valadez.
But he comes in on the leg, gets the leg. Each got each other's ankle, but Valadez is the high one.
10 seconds left here in the period.
Got to just keep those hips covered and settle in there. He really doesn't have to do anything here. Just hang on.
1
Kill
second,
the clock, and
0.
he's got it. 5-4.
A victory for Valadez at 149 pounds. Gilbert improves to 10-2 on the season.
Hard fought.
And beat a kid that was 8-3 too.
That's right.
We move on to 157 with a 9-7 lead for UWL right now.
Tegan Miller, 157-pound freshman from Mauston, Wisconsin.
6-4 record right now. Grant Zeman, a sophomore from Gurnee, Illinois, at a 7-1 record. Zeman, a 3-time Illinois State qualifier. Miller, a 3-time Wisconsin State qualifier in high school. Tegan off to a pretty good start this year. I like the way this kid gets after it.
Yes,
Dave.
he does.
Without that mindset, you're probably not in the lineup right away, but
big throw there by Zaman.
6-point move for Grant Zeman. Four points awaiting him if he doesn't complete the fall here.
Good job of getting back through, getting the arm through by Tanner Weaver. Tegan Miller, rather, excuse me.
And it's a 6-0 lead for Zeman with the big 6-point move to start out this match as we hit the 2-minute mark of period number 1. Zeman was second in the WIAC tournament a year ago. WIAC still has a conference tournament. Zeman, a kid who was a 3-sporter in high school, now focusing on the wrestling end of things at the collegiate level. He's close to establishing a minute of riding time.
He's riding tough with that leg in.
Big throw over Miller to take the 6-0 lead he has right now. And we thank Megan Grimm and Andrew Whalen on the camera and the computer. Darren Swenson, Dave Omdahl with you. Another lift.
Nice lift. And he tried to return him to his back. Didn't quite make that work, but good lift. And when he put him down extended. Didn't put him down on his feet. Put him down with his body extended.
Down to 52 seconds left here in the period. Grant Zeman, the sophomore out of Gurnee, Illinois.
And a stalling call on the bottom. And that's, again, it's really okay because we got to get up and out of there.
We talked about the youth and the Luther lineup, all underclassmen in the UWL lineup as well.
Yeah, they have no seniors at all.
To his feet comes Miller, but they go out with 17 seconds left here in the period. 6-0 the lead for Zeman on the 6-point move. Early here in period number 1, 9-7. Cross leading the duel. The wins for Luther thus far. Connor Murphy with a major at 125 pounds. Gilbert Valadez, a
5-4 win.
Decision at 149. Wins for Lacrosse. Josh Stenger with a fall at 133. And at 141, a decision victory for Hayden Schlew. Norris will be heading to the UNI Open tomorrow. It'll be the Gator Boots duels next week. And Zeman.
A little bit of a throw there tried by Millard. Way too tight. Zeman had way too much pressure on that work, but he's willing to take a shot.
And he'll go down to start period number 2.
We know Miller will throw. Even if it's just halfway there, he'll throw.
Definitely not afraid to.
Nope.
Zeman trying to get to his feet. Miller still with the hand control to this point. And they break free, so now it's a 7-0 lead, and the riding time advantage for Zeman is 2 minutes and 19 seconds.
Oh, nice duck there by Zeman. Lowered his hips, good penetration. That's just the way the coach shows it in the wrestling room, and we got a stalling call against Teagan.
That's a 10-0 lead now for Brant Zeman, and 2:35 riding time as well. Zeman, the 7-1 young man, the sophomore out of Gurnee, Illinois. Kind of taking it to Teagan Miller right now.
Zeman just pretty, not only fundamentally sound, but he can pick up big points too.
50 seconds left here in the period.
Zeman made a shot. Miller tried to counter, got his head down a little bit.
If he gets the full 4 points, he will close that out with a technical fall here.
He'll get the 4 points.
And the only question is, can he finish the fall? 18 seconds left here in the period.
Oh,
right
nice
Teagan Miller.
Nice bridge and roll through here.
And that will save Luther a team point, but a technical fall in 4:52. Brant Zeman, an impressive win for him. We move to 165 for the Eagles. Jackson Shane, a junior from Roselle, Illinois. And for the Norths, a freshman from Loganton, Pennsylvania, with a 4-6 record, Tanner Weaver. Tanner Weaver out right away.
And was there a counter here by Shane? Oh, to a throw.
Jackson Shane, two-time Illinois State qualifier. Weaver, a Pennsylvania State qualifier as a high schooler a year ago. .225 left here in the first period. And
there's a fall.
Jackson Shane going out and taking care of business in 38 seconds over Tanner Weaver. A little bit of welcome to college wrestling for Tanner that time.
Yeah.
He's a kid that looked pretty good in the first 3 duels, but Shane gets the better of him that time. We move on to 174. This is one of the better kids in the Wisconsin lacrosse lineup. Sawyer Massey,
ranked 3rd.
6th place finish at Nationals, so he's a returning All-American, a junior out of Hudson, Wisconsin. This is Noel Bonuelos for Luther, a senior out of Storm Lake, Iowa. He took a year off of wrestling last year, but he's back this year. He has a 3-5 record here in the early going. UWL tomorrow, they're going to be at the North Central College Invitational. That's in Naperville, Illinois.
Oh, nice job there. Benuelos, I think, thought he was coming around behind him, but Massey had that tricep tied up and pulled him right over the top of him and took him right to his back.
Massey, a returning All-American.
Again, that's what All-Americans do.
6-0 lead for Massey with 2:12 left here in the first period. The thing you can appreciate about Massey, he was a third-place finisher at regionals last year and got to the All-American status finishing sixth, because if you finish third at regionals, you're fighting your way in.
You bet.
With that third-place match, and you're probably not going to be seated all that well, but
nope. But obviously he worked his way through it.
You bet. So Massey ranked number 4 in the country at this weight class. Leading 6-0 and about to establish almost a minute of riding time. It's 53 seconds as they go out of bounds. After tomorrow's UWL scheduled trip to Naperville, Illinois for the North Central College Invitational, they are going to be off until the NWCA duels. That will be in Louisville, Kentucky on the 4th and 5th of January. Luther scheduled to go to that event as well.
Yeah, big tournament. See a lot of competition there. Good job of keeping his arms free from Benuelos. Massey looking to catch it there.
1:10 left here in the period. Trying to get free is Banuelos, but a potentially dangerous ball.
Yeah, the hammer had that hammer lock up above her 90-degree angle there. I tell you, Massey, when he gets a hold of that arm, he's gonna take her.
1 minute left here in the period. Sawyer Massey, the junior out of Hudson, Wisconsin. Just across the St. Croix from the Twin Cities. The entire starting lineup for lacrosse, either Wisconsin or Illinois young men. We wrestle at 174. UWL.
Look at the way he pulls that arm and puts shoulder pressure there puts his chest pressure into the shoulder, and
20-7 the lead in the duel for UWL here at 165 pounds. Massey still leading 6-0 on Banuelos, the senior out of Storm Lake.
Massey's really dominant on top. You notice how tight he keeps him to him?
I know the UWL bench asking for a stall, but I think it's one of those deals there. This is one of those deals where if one wrestler is dominating the other, it's not stalling.
Yeah, there's really no stalling there. Banuelos keeps moving, but Massey just keeps hanging on. And you couldn't slip a dollar bill between their bodies.
Or even a 50-cent piece.
That's right.
That so.
Yeah, Massey's tough on top. He's got a good ride. .45
left here in the second period. Banuelos taking down to start period number 2.
I'm not sure why.
I maybe try another position.
Yeah,
as you've told me a time or two. And
yeah.
Banuelos gets a stall warning there.
You know?
Because Massey now has established over 3 minutes of riding time in this match. Massey, the 4th-ranked kid here at 174 pounds, getting to his feet is Banuelos. He gets the escape, and it's 6-1. But in essence, it's 7-1 since Massey with 3 minutes and 13 seconds of riding time established.
And now Banuelos gets to try a little more here. A little breather, but not much.
And Massey,
just some
power.
Just some power there. You know, Banuelos did what he should do, got in, but Massey threw his hips back. You know, that's just the way you like to, if you're a coach, that's just the way you like to see it done. Hips back, come around. See, now we're going to start picking up stalling calls in the bottom because Massey's got us broken down. Their head's on the mat.
And that stall call makes it 9-1. 22 seconds left here in period number 2. Banuelos trying to get to his feet. Just Massey, just tough on top.
Oh, yeah.
9 seconds left here in the period.
He had a head lever. He's looking for the far wrist. All the time keeping a tight waist.
We go to the third.
And they're putting Massey down.
(9-1) the advantage. Massey has over 4 minutes of riding time.
Massey, nice job of keeping his hips up and working hand control. Ball, Banuelos,
Hey,
nice. That's a
mat
nice mat return. Brought Massey down. It got his body extended. Good job. But look at how he pulls his legs up, knees up underneath him. Now he turns, come up into a tripod.
1:33 left here in the period. Banuelos
And got the hand,
to his feet.
hand control. Massey's out.
Massey makes it an advantage of 10-1. He does have a riding time advantage that cannot be erased right now. 1:08 left here in the period.
Oh, nice shot.
Attempt there
Yeah,
by Banuelos, but
getting
the hips back well was Massey. Banuelos trying once again. Massey with the whizzer
and a 2-point takedown.
Banuelos makes it 10-3. It's 11-3 with the riding time. Massey able to get to his feet. Nice mat return.
Nice mat return
Banuelos
again,
once
yes.
again. You can keep this to a 4-point victory for La Crosse. It's a bit of a win for Banuelos.
That's.
He tried the mat return once.
Nice again.
Again.
Nice again.
The next time it's pretty successful.
Yeah. And, that's one of those things, you do that to somebody a couple, 3 times, it kind of takes a little starch out of them, but Massey, he's coming back up.
And getting out after a 4th attempt in mat return is Massey. It'll end up being a 12-3 win with the riding time, but we saw some nice things out of Banuelos there.
Yes, we did.
Against a kid that's really, really good.
Yes. About as good a lift and mat return as I've seen.
So let's move to 184. The Eagles improved to a 24-7 lead. At 184, Donald Frost, a freshman from Polono, Illinois, 2-time Illinois State qualifier, taking on Ira Kuhn, the sophomore out of DeWitt Central, a 5-4 record as a sophomore.
Frost very aggressive in after that takedown.
He's got the leg up in the air looking for that trip. Kuhn trying to hop away. Ira breaks free.
That's
and
2. Yeah.
Just for the instant.
I think there was an earlier instant that La Crosse would have liked to seen too, but that was pretty quick.
Didn't happen.
Nope.
2-0 the lead as Ira able to get to his feet, but no hand control established. Now he has the hand control and an escape for Ira Kuhn. 2-1 advantage for Donald Frost here at 184 pounds.
Frost, a freshman.
UWL leading the duel 24-7.
Kuhn, a sophomore.
Frost coming in with the 4-6 record. Kuhn with a 5-4 record. Ira with the head inside.
Nice shot. Got to score. Now he comes around the waist to score with it. 3-2 lead for Ira Kuhn.
3-2 advantage right there for the Norse. We wrestle at 184.
A little high there. Does have the left leg in. Got to break him off his hips and stretch him out here. Arch the back. A little more back arch.
107 left here in the period. Ira Kuhn here at 184. Trying to get the tilt in. Does he get any back points? He will now. As the Rowdy Sea of Blue Counts it with the official. 4 points ready from Jason Wedgbury, and it's a
7-2.
lead of 7-2 for Ira Kuhn.
Now he's going to do her again there.
Another 4 from Ira. Kuhn, the first Norris wrestler to get back points since Connor Murphy's match at 125. Kuhn now has over a minute of riding time, too. It's 11-2 Ira Kuhn after Frost got the initial takedown.
And he's going to do her again.
I think they're only going to get the
two.
On the
They
back
get
that
2
time.
there, yeah.
So back points for Ira Kuhn now. I think it should be 13-2 instead of 15-2. I think he only gave 2
Gave him
points on
2
the
was
back.
all, yeah.
And the period will come to a close. I believe it should be 13-2, if not 15-2. We're trying to adjust the scoreboard here, if I'm not mistaken. So 2 minutes left or on the board for period number 2, a neutral restart. For Frost. Frost had been but low Kuhn enough.
Well, Frost got the first takedown, so I'm sure he doesn't want to be down. He doesn't want to be down there in the bottom. And Frost in on a leg again. Kuhn going to reach back, grab one of Frost's ankles.
Scrambling around with 1:30 left here in the second period, and a potentially
Potentially
dangerous.
dangerous.
I think Coach Malachek
Yeah.
is going to come over and check the scoreboard. You folks watching, Andrew Whalen was on the right score from the get-go. It should be 13-2.
Yeah. 13.
Yeah. Wow. Jason Wedgbury asked my opinion.
There you go.
Hey,
he knows.
feel important.
He sees you got a score sheet there.
So, okay, we're going to
Now they put the 13 on the wrong side.
Of course, you folks watching at home, Andrew Whalen right on the score as usual.
You bet.
Megan Grimm's camera work, outstanding as usual as well. We appreciate their help.
I couldn't do it without them.
They do the hard work. We
That's
just
right.
get to sit here and
Talk about wrestling.
13-2. Ira Kuhn with the lead here at 184. Lacrosse leading the duel 24-7. The 2 wins for Luther. A Connor Murphy major decision at 125 and a Gilbert Valadez decision at 149.
Kuhn need to keep his hands in front of him a little bit better and defend that low shot by Frost.
Frost did get the initial takedown, but once Kuhn got on top, he was able to do some damage. 45 seconds left in the period. Ira does have a 1:20 riding time advantage right now as well. 24-7 the score. For the 10th ranked Wisconsin Lacrosse Eagles leading Luther. Of the 7 matches that have been wrestled, 5 have been won by Lacrosse. They have gotten bonus points at 4 of them. The other one was an 8-6 victory by Hayden Schlew at 141 pounds.
There, nice there. Good shot. Reach across, grab the far ankle. Reach back there. He's got the far ankle. Now he takes him off his hip, but he's got, 2 seconds on the clock when that takedown happened.
Yep. And he is going to go top. Why not after what he did in the first period?
Yes.
Kuhn chooses to go top. It's 15-2. And one more potential turn of Frost can get Kuhn a technical
Frost,
fall.
nice job of getting the arm back there by Frost to keep that leg out. He knew what was coming. A good counter there. Get that arm in there so the leg can't come in.
1:42 left here in the period.
But again, just because that's his first move was blocked, Kuhn's got to keep wrestling and try and get that leg back.
And Frost needs to do something besides just sit on
Just
that
hang
ankle.
hang on it. We're going to call it a stalemate.
1:57 of riding at time established by Ira Kuhn. 15-2, Ira with the lead. Trying to pick up win number 6 on the season.
To get a little extension here. Nice sit there by hip ice and turn there by Frost. Makes it 15-3. But we can take him down if we go after it. We've done it.
2
takedowns remember that.
in the match for Ira Kuhn. And 1 in the match for Frost. And Frost got the initial score of this bout, but Kuhn, once he got a takedown, he went to work up top against Frost. 44 seconds left here in the period. Ira has a riding time advantage that cannot be erased. 30 seconds left now here in the period. If he does get a takedown here, it would turn into a technical fall with the riding time advantage.
And he should be working for it.
8 seconds left here in the period. Frost staying in pretty good position, not giving him any openings. And Ira Kuhn will end up with a 16-3 major decision victory here at 184 pounds. So Ira Kuhn, it's win number 6 on the season. Let's move to 197. Hunter Weaver for the Norse, the junior, 7-3 from Loganton, Pennsylvania. He will take on a junior from Appleton, Wisconsin, Adam Gusky. Weaver was one of 3 wrestlers named the most improved wrestler on the Norse squad last year, and obviously he's picked up where he's left off to a 7-3 start thus far this year.
Yeah, looked pretty impressive. Gusky is junior.
Maybe having his brother in the room lights a little bit of a fire under you.
That could be.
There's 7 wins and 10 bouts this year. Gusky wins 5 wins and 9 bouts, 24-11 the advantage for UWL. So UWL has clinched the victory. The Norse have won 3 of the 8 matches in this duel. They have, in 2 of their 3 wins, they have received bonus points. And 4 of the 5 wins for UWL, they have received bonus points.
Yeah, including two falls. That that makes a big difference.
You bet. Weaver and Gusky here at 197. Of course, waiting in the wings, that heavyweight for lacrosse, the 4th-ranked wrestler and a returning All-American in Conrad Ernst. One of 2 ranked wrestlers in the lacrosse lineup. The other being Sawyer Massey, who ended up with a major decision win over Bonuelos. Weaver on the edge of the mat. Trying to break free is Gusky. Weaver doing a good job circling around. Both men have each other's ankles.
Gusky come back there off the mat and see what he can make out of it.
Weaver getting a lot of coaching as the Norse bench just off to his right now.
Hey, lost the leg. Lost the leg, and Gusky gets the 2 points.
Able to get the takedown to make it 2-0 with 57 seconds left here in period number 1. Again, if you're just joining us, the rundown of this match right now for the overall duel. At 125, Connor Murphy for Luther, a major decision at 14-3 over Sawyer Sarbacher of UWL. At 133, Josh Stenger of UWL with a fall in 434 over Tyler D. Fiore of Luther. At 141, Hayden Schlew of UWL with an 8-6 victory over Kyle Clough of Luther. At 149, Gilbert Valadez with a 5-4 win for Luther over Cal Hansen of UWL. At 157, A technical fall by Grant Zeman, 16-1 and 4:52 over Tegan Miller of Luther. At 165, Jackson Shane of UWL with the 38-second fall over Tanner Weaver. At 165, at 174, major decision for Sawyer Massey of UWL, 12-3 over Noel Bonuelos of Luther. And at 184, a major decision for the Norse, Ira Kuhn, 16-3 win over Donald Frost. Weaver trying to get free. A stall warning first, though, on Guskey.
Yeah, that's one of those calls you don't. He just wasn't taking him back to the mat, using the edge.
Weaver able to get to his feet. Weaver trying to get that hand control. Weaver
and he's
able
got
to break
it.
free, and it's 2-1.
And broke free before writing time, so 57 seconds for Guskey.
UWL will go down to start period number 2. Guskey leading 2-1. Junior out of Appleton, Wisconsin. Weaver for Luther. The junior out of Loganton, Pennsylvania. As a Pennsylvania State qualifier.
Nice bat return. A real tight waist here by Weaver. Guskey bringing his hips under him. The knees under him. Hips over the knees. Up to his feet.
Period. And breaking free is Tuskey. Or Guskey, I should say. Guskey with the 3-1 lead. Riding time down to 24 seconds. John Swenson, Dave Omdahl with you. Again, we thank Andrew Whalen and Megan Grimm on the camera and the computer tonight. Doing the hard work. We're just sitting around chatting about wrestling tonight. Only one more webcast this season. It'll be on February 8th. I'm guessing, let's see, just
Buena Vista?
Yeah, it's 12 weeks from tonight.
Okay.
It'll go by
winter
like lightning.
Winter will be almost over.
Well, winter lasted till mid-April here last year, though. So here's Weaver with the leg up in the air. Guskey trying to fight away. Weaver with the trip. Guskey circles around. Weaver keeps circling around.
And he gets the takedown.
And the continuous motion gives him the takedown.
Pretty good at.
Tied at 3. Guskey able to get to his feet immediately. Turns and faces, gets the escape.
Pretty good move. Pretty good motion by the big man.
Who says big guys can't be
That's right.
athletes? Guskey leading 4-3 as we approach the end of period number 2. And it'll be 4-3 Guskey. It'll be Weaver's choice. I'm assuming he'll go down.
He's going down.
Riding time, not a factor at the present time.
Nice job of coming to his feet. Now break the hands. Guskey drops right down to the leg.
Weaver able to get to his feet. Guskey down.
Always drops to the ankle. Always drops to the ankle. He's done that about 3 times.
And out of bounds they go. I know Norris asking for some stalling there, but Weaver continually moving on that leg and trying to improve his position there.
Yeah, and Guskey, he's a little afraid of a stalling call there. He's gonna just let Weaver up.
The escape will make it 4-4. Again, riding time not a factor. 1:35 left here in the period. Good match here at 197. Lacrosse leading the duel 24-11. Forehead to forehead tie. Guskey and Weaver. 1:10 left here in the period.
Dave Malachek giving a little advice there to Guskey, another Mitchell County coach.
One of many.
Yes.
Gusky to a leg.
He's in.
Weaver trying to break free. He does.
Nice job of fighting it. Now Weaver makes a reshot here. Now, got to get it up. Got to get him moving backwards.
He's on the edge of the
mat,
mat,
and he's got the points right there.
35 seconds left in the period. Hunter Weaver with a 6-4 lead now. Gusky able to get to his feet to make it 6-5.
Gusky makes the shot. Weaver needs to stuff the head.
20 seconds left here in the period. Weaver around. On the edge
He's got
of the
the
mat.
two
Weaver
right there.
gets the takedown. Hunter Weaver with an 8-5 lead. 10 seconds left here in the third.
1 and 2, Malachek says. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. 10 seconds.
Good example here after a situation like that. Weaver got free from the leg being up in the air, just went right after and in on that takedown.
Yes.
Gusky gets that escape, goes right after that takedown.
Yep. Like I say, good moving.
There's the
for
escape for Gusky. He's to a leg. 1 second remaining. It won't be in
not
time.
Going to get it. 8-6.
Hunter Weaver gets the victory at 197.
Hard fought. Hard fought. It was a good kid that he beat. Hard fought match.
And we move to 285. Conrad Ernst is undefeated in 6 matches.
And
returning All-American, finished 6th a year ago, the junior out of Onalaska. Logan Kennedy is a sophomore from Decatur, Michigan for the Norse. Here we go. Ernst ranked 4th in the latest rankings. Here's another kid that finished 3rd at regionals last year, but
fought his way to a place.
Fought his way to the podium on Saturday night.
Conrad Ernst is a real man. He's got some height to him.
He's one of these heavyweights with not a lot of body fat to him.
No, sir.
And Logan Kennedy, talking to Coach Mitchell, he may not look like a great athlete, but Kennedy is a pretty great athlete.
Pretty good on his feet, but there's a good throw here by Ernst. Yeah, those arms tied up.
And a 6-point move. Kennedy's feet were on the floor. That's the only thing that broke that. So it's a 6-0 lead for Conrad Ernst. Logan Kennedy, Michigan State champ his senior year 2 years ago. He was a Michigan runner-up his junior year 3 years ago.
And those are pretty good credentials. You can get down to the state tournament and get the finals and even win it.
144 remaining. And I don't care what state it is.
That's right.
Impressive.
And there's good wrestling in Michigan.
You bet. Like the Weaver boys, Pennsylvania state qualifiers. That's some really good wrestling.
You
out
bet.
there.
And you know, even places like Texas that we never used to think much of are bringing out some pretty good wrestlers.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, and you're seeing more people from around the country having a lot of success. I bring up Cross-Canoan for Wartburg last year, a national champ out of Connecticut.
Yeah,
that's unheard of.
Yeah. Whoever heard that? You know, they wrestled in Connecticut hardly. You know.
Well, watching him wrestle, it's pretty good.
You bet. Yeah.
Back points being awarded to Ernst once again.
And even places like Florida and Georgia and Alabama, something, you know, it seems good kids can come out of anywhere. Oh, got that bow and arrow here. Oh, he's going to put that ankle in the armpit.
38 seconds remaining. The riding time not going up on the board right now.
In high school, that would not have been allowed. But this is college.
And it's 26 seconds left here in the period. 4 points awaiting Ernst if he doesn't finish the fall here. 20 seconds left here in the period. And there's the fall. And that's going to be it. Minute 48 for Ernst to get the fall. They're at 285, and UWL wins the duel tonight 30-14. Your thoughts on this duel tonight here?
We saw some good action.
You bet.
It's tough in a 10-match duel like it is in college to give up 3 falls and still be competitive. But anyway, one of those falls was come from behind one.
Yep.
And a little more work for Luther to do, but they'll do it. And I like to see the action in the fight.
And that's something where I think you can see it from this program's perspective. Like this year, ended up with 1, 2, 3 victories against La Crosse. You only had 1 last year. And 2 of the 3 victories you got tonight were you got bonus points in the victories as well.
Yeah, and some of our losses were close.
You bet.
The close match was 8-6. So, we're coming. We're coming. And it's exciting. It's a product here that I fill the gym with fans because it's fun to watch them.
All right, Dave, we appreciate your work tonight. You and I get to work together on the radio again tomorrow. And
hey, look forward to seeing you.
And we'll look forward to seeing you on the 8th of February once again from the North's perspective. We want to thank Megan Grimm and Andrew Whalen on the camera and the computer. I got to say, in all honesty, this after 4 years of working with him, this is the last night I will work with Andrew Whalen on a video stream broadcast. His help and assistance over the years has been absolutely outstanding, and we appreciate Andrew and everything he has done for us over the years, and we wish him best of luck in his future endeavors. We thank Megan Grimm as well here tonight. Our next wrestling webcast, February 8th, Luther and BV, and that'll be a 7 o'clock start. So for the North wrestling fans, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. For Dave Omdahl, I'm Darren Swenson, thanking you for logging on to Sports.Luther.